Hello there folks, this is Matt from ICC with a little planing and jointing 101. What we have here on the whiteboard is a piece of lumber in two different perspectives, and I'm just going to go through the steps on how to turn this piece that is both warped and bowed into a nice flat square piece that you can build something out of. So I've labeled our steps here. Now, in a perfect world, this piece, the width of this piece would be less than the width of our jointer. And then what you want to do is step one is you would orient this piece so that your bow would be facing down towards the blades. And you would go and you run this through the jointer a few times, and you would cut off this bottom section, and you'd end up with a nice flat bottom. In this instance, our piece is wider than our jointer, so we're going to do this in the planer. So that's why we've got a 1J or a 1P option. So in this instance, I'm going to run this forward through, again with the bow facing down, but the planer is going to nip off the top there. Now, the reason you want to do it that way is if you flip it up the way the infeed and outfeed tables are on a planer, that board is going to tend to just snake through without actually getting that bow out of there. So, step one, we're going to use the planer. Then I'm going to go ahead and flip that over, and then I'm going to do step two. Is going to be also done with the planer, but with the board flipped over. And then, I guess I've got these numbers wrong. We're going to go over to the jointer, and I'm going to take my face side, my nice flat side, I'm going to put that up against the fence. I'm going to run this through the jointer a couple times. I'm going to take that wood off the bottom there. Now we've got two nice flat sides. We've got a flat side and a flat edge. Now I'm going to take that edge, that nice flat edge, with the flat side down on the table saw, and I'm going to do this cut here. So now I have four sides that are square and parallel to each other. And we can start to think about dimensioning that to where we want to be. Now, the one thing that I've neglected to talk about up till this point is grain direction. Now, here we have this piece of wood with some exaggerated grain on it running through the joiner, blade turning in this direction. You always want to make sure that that grain is running down towards the blade in that way. And the reason for that is, as that blade digs in there, it's just going to take out little chips each time. If we were to come at it from this direction, there is the potential, depending on how severe that grain is, that it's going to try and dig in and chip up, and you won't end up with a very nice smooth finish there. So that's the basics of what we're going to do, and now I'll show you just a little short video of me actually getting after it. folks. Nice piece of white oak, ready for a little bit more processing. This particular piece, I'm going to go ahead and resaw in half. Then it will take a couple more passes through the thickness planer there to even that out. This piece was pretty straight to begin with, so it didn't make me work too hard for it. But in general, pretty quick process to take something rough and turning into something smooth and straight and square and ready to make something beautiful out of.